Ooh, let me tell you what I want.
Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography. I'm your host, Jason. Your other host is Bill.
Howdy.
And the other host is Tim. And we're talking
Howdy.
Poison. This was Bill's pick every week. We rotate out, pick an artist, bring to the table, and let your friends bash your pick. This week, though, we're talking Poison, and we are on Native. This is the
Native tongue.
Native tongue.
Native tongue. Don't forget that tongue. Poison. The tongue is very.
They
important.
love they love the tongues. I don't know. No CC on this one.
So, yeah, we talked about the 1992 MTV Music Video Awards before.
Yeah.
Or was it the 91? It was the 91 Music Awards, where Poison kind of imploded a little bit.
Yeah, which I still... I don't want to get into it, but I know whose side I stand on.
Okay. Well, and I do want to throw out, too, that around that time they did put out a double live album with 4 new bonus studio tracks, one of which was a pretty big single. So they still had a career. But yeah, these problems with CC, so they kicked him out. And Richie Kotzen, it was at the time just like a hotshot shredder guitar player, always in the back of Guitar World magazine. And of course, he goes on to do a bunch of things. He's got like a pretty solid career now, doing stuff with Adrian Smith and the Winery Dogs. And but this is his Poison album. He was in Poison for this, and they kind of let him do his thing. This doesn't sound anything like anything else they've done before.
Or after.
Yeah, this is a very standalone kind of album. And yeah, I don't know. It sounds pretty good. And like Richie Kotzen's a good guitar player. It's very Stonesy in places. They definitely lean in on like the gospel blues on this. A lot of acoustic guitars. None of the songs really jump out at me though. Like 7 Days Over You was pretty good, I guess. And Bastard Son of a Thousand Blues is pretty good, I guess. But a lot of this just doesn't work for me. Like, you could, this is their first post-grunge album.
Nevermind, yep.
Yeah, and you could tell they're trying really hard.
Yep. Bill, I kind of want to go back and forth on this one, as I think we've lined up. So if you missed the previous videos, go watch them. But ranking wise, we're lined up. So I'm really curious your thoughts on Native Tongue.
Oh, we can go back and forth.
All right, Native Tongue, another instrumental opening. It's shorter, but I'm really curious where they are going, if anywhere, with this album title and artwork.
Let's see, Native Tongue. The title track is the opening instrumental. Oh boy, either going to be really good or really bad.
The scream. The lyrics are good. The song is not. Besides the guitar solo, wasn't a fan of the Donkey Kong Country drums.
I said it followed nicely to Native Tongue. Is a decent opening song, and I thought it was a decent lyrical as well.
All right. Stand. Bon Jovi called. He wants his song back. The lyrical meaning is great, but I wasn't a fan of the song. It wasn't bad. It just kept going and going and going.
Stand, which I think was one of the singles that came off of this album.
It was the first single, so this was the first thing people heard post DC. Yeah,
that's what I thought. I never got it, and I still don't.
Yeah.
Stay Alive. When that intro sound started playing, I immediately started singing. One time a thing occurred to me. What's real and what's for sale? Once it got going, it was fine. I like the vocal melody and delivery from Brett.
I said, okay, it gets pretty catchy. Top song contender.
Yeah, I mean, that if we did a Stone Temple Pilots, that fucking Vaseline's gonna be a top song contender. Until You Suffer, simple, super simple and predictable. I was singing along with the upcoming lines before ever even hearing it. The chorus was very Def Leppard in church on a Sunday.
Standard slow, simple country rock song. Organ question mark? Or is this a pre-Nickelback rock song? I don't know. Tell me which one it is.
It's fucking if Def Leppard wrote a song in church, which I guess would be a Nickelback song. So it all works out. Body Talk, wasn't a fan. The lyrics were dumb. The music was dumb. I hated it. Moving on.
Body talk. It happens. Not great, not bad. But okay?
7 days of... Wait. Bring
Bring
it
it
home.
here.
Watch out, Rage Against the Machine. Poison is coming to take your throne. I never thought I would say this sentence in my life, but this album has really making me miss CC DePhil. What the fuck?
Bring it home. Okay, we're playing a lot with the guitar here. All right, I like it. It's okay. I like what they're doing with the guitar.
They need to do a fucking 2024 single with Tom Morello. 7 days.
Well, they're not in the Hall of Fame yet. I don't doubt they'll get there too.
Really? Poison?
I mean, you got to put Motley Crue in first, right?
Motley
if you're
Crue's
putting
not
Motley
in?
Crue in, Motley Crue's not in.
Not
Fuck
yet,
the
no.
Hall of Fame, man. Fuck those motherfuckers.
And if you're gonna put Motley Crue in, then you got to put Motorhead and Scorpions and Iron Maiden in first.
Yeah, fuck that stupid ass.
I don't know about Scorpions. I see the argument for it, but
If Iron
That's a
Maiden's
whole
not in
other
there,
topic.
it's a fucking joke. Like, you got to give Iron Maiden credit.
Motorhead's not in there.
Yeah, right.
You don't have Lemmy in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's useless. All right, 7 Days Over You. Ugh. That's all my notes say.
interesting. Okay, we're gonna maybe differentiate a little bit here. Said it's smoother, a little bit repetitive, but I kind of like the. I liked how they worked it inside that song, though. That was actually a pretty decent song.
This is where it's going to get interesting. Richie's acoustic thing. It's fine. It's less than a minute. It's tolerable, I guess.
What the fuck is the point?
That's Richie's thing, man.
So that they got a new guitar player and he can really shred.
Yeah.
On acoustic.
Hey, if you can shred it on
I mean,
acoustic.
I guess I should have read the song title. I should have known exactly what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, you go in knowing that one, you would think.
Yeah.
All right. Ain't That the Truth? So far, the best on the album. Not a top song or anything, but I liked it fine.
We might differentiate a little bit. I said, okay, this was not actually a phenomenal, not exactly a good follow-up to that acoustic instrumental.
Well, I mean, the last album we didn't line up with which songs we liked, but we lined up in the rankings. So
Yeah, true. You're right.
I'm curious now how this is going to go. Theater of the Soul. Shout out Nola. Theater is okay. It could have been on Flesh and Blood, honestly.
Theater of Soul. An attempt to repeat every rose has its thorn. It definitely didn't hit the same notes. It was good, but it was not every rose has its thorn.
Strike Up the Band. It's decent. Not bad.
couldn't tell this apart from every other Poison song that I've heard up to this point.
We're gonna be completely fucking opposite. Ride Child Ride, a pretty decent Remember the Old Days song. So far, my favorite Poison Remember the Old Days song.
I just said it's okay. Nothing really new musically or anything going on here.
This is crazy.
Lyrics has got something different. I'll give you that, but like the actual music, it's the same melody and stuff that we've kind of heard before now.
We are gonna be. This is where we say we are not a scripted show. Blind Child or Blind Faith. Again,
Are we blind?
not too
No,
shabby.
it's Blind Child.
Not too shabby. Like I like it. It was okay.
I said it had a really cool guitar intro and a lot of like interesting stuff going on with the guitar. I thought, and I thought, yeah, it was actually a solid song here.
Bastard Son of a Thousand Blues, like Poor Boy Blues. It's a fun closer. I think I still prefer Poor Boy, but this is the second best closer so far.
Why do they end with another smooth blues sounding song? Didn't ask for it. I really still don't want this from Poison. I mean, I might have to accept this is what we're going to get here on out, but
Oh, they're gonna mix it up.
So, would you say it had a stronger first half over the back half?
I'd probably disagree with that.
I wouldn't say. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a stronger first half than second half. I would say they'd be somewhat on par, or maybe it's a stronger second half again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say stronger second half.
It's a stronger second half to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say the first half is closer to the second half than it was on Flesh and Blood.
And the first half here really feels like it was planned. Like they wanted to go from here to here to here to here to here.
Like there's actually like transitions and stuff going on.
Yeah,
there.
like
We got
they
this
really thought out
song,
that
there's
first
this
half.
song. Yeah.
The songs are stronger on the second half.
Yep.
I am glad I am not the one that has to guess this motherfucker.
That'd be me, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tim. I figured this was gonna be the hardest one to do.
I don't think either of you like it more in Flesh and Blood, though.
Yeah, you right on me.
Ooh. Yeah, here's where my hot take comes in. It's not going at number 4 for me.
Okay. Are you moving this all the way up to number 2?
I am not. It's going right there at number 3.
Okay. I was gonna say, okay.
All
That is
right,
kind of
yeah.
a hot take, I think.
That is a hot take.
No, that's a really hot take. And honestly,
I can see the argument though. Like the guitar playing here is probably the best in the discography, honestly.
and I felt like
Yeah.
it was a more put together album. And the lows weren't that low. I mean, it didn't have super high highs, but I felt it had some good highs nonetheless.
Okay,
My-
interesting.
Mine says, what a weird album. The first half is the worst Poison I've heard yet. But from Ain't That the Truth on down is a pretty strong back half. Like, I was feeling
So
it.
what I thought about for Flesh and Blood.
I guess. But isn't Every Rose isn't that on the back half?
Yeah, it's on the back half.
I thought you liked that song. Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
I
yeah,
liked the
yeah.
back half.
Yeah. You're right.
No, the front half was Unskinny Bop was on the first half.
Yeah, you didn't like that shit. Okay. I kind of agree with you on that one, too, though. They're just really good at, like, closing shit out. All right,
It
Tim.
just can't start, but goddamn can they finish.
You are not going to put it above fucking Look What the Cat Dragged In.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Whew.
I think the
No.
color coding's going to tell a lot, though, on this one.
Yeah, I'd say so. Stick around for that. Color coding will be at the end after we've talked about Poisoned, the covers album. Anybody else got anything to add about Native Tongue? It's their weirdest album cover so far, which is saying something since they dressed up in makeup and
Yeah, this is not what I don't think anybody wanted to be listening to this in '93.
I know
We're going
I
to get to
didn't.
that in more detail here coming up soon. And there was a lot of really good stuff that came out that year. And this was just a little too different, I think, for people who were still even interested in Poison. And it's got its positives, like not to take anything away from CC. I think CC's a really good guitar player. But Richie Kotzen is like,
I mean, they really
he's a
did.
shredder.
Like the kids did not give a shit about Poison after 1991, and a lot of these bands
Nope.
changed their sound to try and stay relevant, and it just sounded fake.
Yep.
Like I think if they
And
would
it
have kept,
definitely falls into that category.
but at the same time, like their record labels, MTV, all that shit, like would not promote them anymore. Like they were done with it too.
Sure.
So what could you do? All right, stick around. We're talking Crack a Smile. Big time jump with that one. And Power to the
Gee, I
People.
wonder what happens.
Yeah, I wonder what happens. With that, like, subscribe. We appreciate all of you guys. We're trying to hit our goal of 690 subscribers. It's a very meek goal, Help us out, get us there.
You said 690K, right?
Yeah, 690,000. That's our goal.
By the end of this year.
End of this year, and it's Father's Day now.
So start creating them fake accounts, kids.
That's right. Run them bots up.
Fight the bots with your own.
Share us because YouTube hates us because we say a lot of bad words, and they'll probably flag us for telling you guys to do that. But whatever. We don't give a fuck here at O.D.D. Be safe. Make good decisions.
Ooh, let me tell you what I want.